the bia e be so bia na asem foforo bia ba be boom. And it is understandable because oya brantie bia onimbo ne bo oya young ni team na owo no very very traditional. Omo bo omo ankasa de ban. Eni se oba na so ka so oba be forma kwa. There you must face some resistance be any saga kakra ansana what me a business with Athletic Club de Bilbao. What is the latest? Enra Juan Laporta a command speech in front of the socios of Barcelona. Yeka socios of Barcelona, yeka the club members. Omo to abayi the president no omo mutia dues ema ekuo no ene ade ye bosses in bia there are shadow congresses at Barcelona ko na in front of the members no na the president ene mpanyimfo abebu akonta ne omo abedidi nkomo about the way enuoma esitie na rich enya congress na si yapo wie no Adam some for ekobisa Juan Laporta say na Nico sensem no ekosen ana Juan Laporta de ko to some for him say oh Nico no yepe no na ye wo strategy a ye di benya no ye mfa nto abonten na mom no ye wo plan a ye di benya Nico no na mame kan kire mo say Nico club a friend Athletic Club. Oma fayechi. Any La Liga for akwa di nkomo say ye betimi ato abrante na na say ye ntimi nto. But ye ka kire wiase nyina say Nico no ye wo sika ye betimi di ato no and ye bekwa akwa koto no. Rich. Juan Laporta ka sem ni say kim. Ayame ya me prem ho ame ba ma close Athletic Club taps na mi jawo adene so I would have shown you enwia and a beba for no the official communique on asema Juan Laporta aka no aba abontin na omasem nyina ye tietia and I agree with them. Rich emrane wa La Liga mu a your friend 1:1 any sikasem mure bia wo league ni mu bia no Rich I apply to class ni nyina wo enti obi atimra na say. Number 2, Barcelona who a member of Yekuo no last season La Liga no say ma okwa ma who register abante for the Daniel Olmo beyond a certain period. Otamasem ni free La Liga any internal mechanism and the assembly call outside courts. And a court and ruling say, oh, who Barcelona who case enti me be say be careful for yini ya Rich inside La Liga any omo clubs no adia Barcelona here no they say it as outside football man so that Barcelona any omo ye football for the edge enti what Atletico Bilbao ever can enu awia and say ebo Barcelona sporting director e friend Deco any Barcelona president e friend Juan Laporta nyina any na media nim ana ye player Nico William omo aka wo ma no se abrantie no omo nya omo pe na omo beba no omo ba be fa abrantie no ye tie no ene si da bi we mu nya mundo newspaper front page we nya Ayala ogire share from na oka na asem se rumor these are officials of Barca na se omo ka sa asem ni dia ye nyina ye football ko ni nim ene se Barca club no new time omo do 1v1 anu ti krana omo ni La Liga na so che man so dan omo ho no na so omo so ba be fa Nico dia ene bibia ensi ye ho kwan say ye be kwa engage La Liga for na omo no mo organize a league no omo no mo hwesika sam so ni ye bu say omo say se Barca mpo empty be trigger ye sika na omo person mo de ma ye na would they be able to register abrantia ye fa ni Nico ana and see the real picture of Barca of financial situation now. You better be there to Nico for because Nico no oyeba. And see any boni bia we went seeking clarification on a club and the president and the sporting director and the other top and things on pay yakuko bidye and the person who situation senior be yes so we can advise ourselves any client senior and no ma ACTA asem ni nyina no tintin ni tietia rich body man o my omo body bia omo fa on court omo ndidi watem bibie we see athletic club ni be ba ho kwan say obekwa ko bisa la liga for say enkofo no omo jo manum so me for a player no omo situation at the same in fact wala porter you've agreed say enam no ka say Barcelona still now issued with 1v1 and remember the as we go along with a certain player and why they are treating him like that. And that is the latest. Look, Rich, me will GDA be as Barcelona beto Nico. Situation, and you sika Barcelona ni sika se de koto player ya Barcelona wo. Na 1v1 rule Rich e come beyond who sika keke wo. And many be say, Usika unya eye income eba club ni no. Any aketia uchia players no. There should be a proportionate percentage. Any point say Usika unichia players kano. A certain amount of the income na unya no. In player ka say Barcelona tra. And now Barcelona have restrictions on registering because unya register player ne pe obeka wage bill no. Wage bill no already no see the percentage of income now unya or club according to the financial rules na e La Liga ni no. So Athletic Bilbao omunya boni bi asani omunya boni bi omu tu anama as obatampa Rich yeti wo sisi yi se o akra bi wo obusom no ni mbo pa now what say club bi a president and a sporting director na babonte e ka say o ma be fa obusuani na won't you do some background check and see say club no say no musiti
very important.
What athletic Bilbao here no me who be body bi Rich e wo and that is the clarification omudi aba on the matter na enra Rich your club president Wala Porter any your former coach China who Laporta was
chamu dini dini ajisha basa
enra one ore friend Ronald Koeman our the coach for the Netherlands team also a legend of Barcelona as a player and as a coach ekobo golf ewo Barcelona kronim na so when you say some job for the coadie baby abeko bia Rich e the mic beba ho e the be person obeka bibi now interestingly no se usha penyimfo ni mienu a there's one Barca subject e do montem Frenkie de Jong because Frenkie de Jong Ronald Koeman ni player our national team and Frenkie de Jong Wala Porter player our club enti omo bo golf ni wie ya omo eni o ma go wie na nsem for coin no mkobusa omo and nsem for ye pe konkonsa eni jade atum ntino we ask the same question to Wala Porter and Ronald Koeman we be say who answer omo de be ma about Frenkie de Jong Rich I think so this time around and Payfono are on the same level. One reporter say Barcelona person extending the contract of Frenkie de Jong and contract extension and negotiation in track cost near was echo. Then they ask Ronald Koeman say what Barcelona about here friend of Frenkie de Jong or Bomau our national team. The situation with Barca only who be ana I was you the only say Frenkie de Jong national team now engaging as manager and player relationship abenter see any G Barcelona and person what Barcelona eche enti onim say Frenkie de Jong problem bia we staying at club your friend Barca enti Rich and the one reporter anyone Koeman on the subject of Frenkie de Jong were positive say abenter better. The reason why I brought this unim in the last 2-3 seasons the controversy of Frenkie de Jong. He almost even joined Manchester United. Barcelona got almost only year. abante na ɔse ɔnko and the free ɔkɔ some section of supporters as ɔmo mpɛ n'asɛm ɛne ade but and the clarity about say abante is very very happy to stay and Barcelona ayo maju say ɔmo extend the contract of abante for the Frenkie de Jong. Now Rich, many insights on a certain subject and what's your can once a minute. Barca sign one Garciano. Nobody and I say on your good goalkeeper. But the questions will be able to say, now sign one Garcia, yeah. Mark Andre ter Stegen we. The situation, you know, saying our person, yeah, funnel. Rich, I feel Martin no maybe yes. And maybe some share with Omo Mutier and Omo share. Rich, say issue no. I am more complicated than saying you know our wanting. This is the issue. Okay, Maria Bartomeu, former president of Barca, the Ofio Koya, Walla Porta Asabe Bimuno. Rich, so okay, then you remember, say, or the Barcelona Sikasem Echo crisis, no doubt about that. And in 2021, yeah, two Obama Walla Porta, or Bayern, the first address or the Maya, Baku, our Kanya, a chicken confaso was that. Back to the 1v1 rule. Or say, Barcelona Sika or Munichia players Sikano. And 110% proportionate to Barcelona income. And the Aketia Barcelona, and Jatum so the change place of a storm. Rich, Sapuki can say Sikani Bumwa. Barcelona Sika a Matsimuno. Aketia 110% of Sika ever Barcelona Kunim. You don't run a club like that. Now, Rich, one of those players number to me time no. Then the sick somebody was thrown na empimpi and that's what's through. I am Mark Andre ter Stegen. Now, assembly nyina na say Rich funny kakra. In 2020, time you call COVID time no. Or sign contract extension. The contract extension now sign no. Rich, na Barcelona say yenim say ukomo mo gisika kese no ba say covid aba obi aniska enyo me sika ni nyina covid number be shata no enti yesrew satire o contract na oni ye wonim na sika no ye ntisi o be mom no pie sika no na yen efa ko wonim se ebia be mfa no se oje 10,000 cc ya covid time ide Odi ya miyama 3,000. Niye no ka 7,000. Na may be 5 years. Sign contract ni bika ho. Send ye be ya 7,000 na ye de no. Ye betimi a spread it. Contract na akanim. Na yetimi afa COVID times yimu. Maka na ter Stegen si oni problem. Rich and wojitu. In 2020. 2021 and a wala porta buy. One report about no share books no say hey Kenny asema dey asumie but no problem you be solve it now otititi asema ne ho in 2023 and we from Mark Andre ter Stegen camp lo catch say masa no kwen ne say abante ne sikasem no anu edene enti I still will need a further difference sikana mujitu mu say yen spread no me buy na eya be sibi peso nti obetimi asaje atoma ya sa piepie akoani mo ana na abantensi o oni problem Mark Andre ter Stegen sisi Rich the contract be 2028 it means aka 3 years on the contract so me wa Rich sa 3 years na e dey ni mo no ehọ na abantie no pinu amaye nyina no ehọ na ho enti se Barca equipe Mark Andre ter Stegen in the next 3 years na ka on the contract so no Rich papa we ye Barcelona nyina ehọ no mba be tua se sika no already Barca suffer to get into sa 1v1 and be free omo woni say Mark Andre ter Stegen enye go ni da no nko a any pay no nko a Rich
can see a problem
no me do mani mo so mu tia no edoso ema owura no eno number one reason why ebimu kura ka say and that is what athletic article no ka say when they spoke to some members within Barcelona no Rich say if Mark Andre ter Stegen nima onim go dey I can 3 years our German number 1 no say otia siempo say obeko for free Barcelona for betima Monaco senior be asa 3 years na aka no sika no also butua no o metimi avoid rich dey to so mienu Moses Siama no ya wa retire from international football until Marc-André ter Stegen today number 1 for Julian Nagelsmann our German national team nim ye be ko World Cup next year Barca for jiri say eni kwa so moka say Marc-André ter Stegen ehu say Barca ko fa ko gipe biaba already Chesney enso so ho omo so be extend the contract say me number 1 spot no in doubt na say me number 1 spot no Barca there is no way Germany abe number 1 our World Cup me so be standing in a many so de unu kese is to become number 1 for Germany not just number 1 but to be number 1 at a tournament we say World Cup enti Barca for insiders for no so say if Marc-André ter Stegen the calculation here now who say the number 1 in doubt now be affecting the German national team now I'm sure you on one kasa beja to say
okay I want to move on
exactly I'm sure Charlie me kwa me mo de me kwa no me move on the last thing and I say Rich almost say in April Marc-André ter Stegen koye interview be with Bild Satan na free na all recover ba eno mu bisa say na oba wo number 1 yi eno si ono no oba say onya hu say why fit na why ready to play obeka che has a flex say he is available into omani meda Basa pay for say yen kasasa and that they saw our interview say the pressure to has the flick so especially when the guy is a German now has the flick to a German no then they are saying say Rich I never knew Obeji say last season baby Barca second leg no mokobo against Inter no Marc-André ter Stegen didn't travel with the team and they thought say as one of the senior captains Sadia now you know wa one who modern cry in showing solidarity with the team and you money kitten na carbon rich that explains the situation that Barca ever with Uriah friend of Marc-André ter Stegen and I think say today your listeners and your viewers and your clarification on why a normal air course I mean
2 minutes no wrapping up now
in 2 minutes we are wrapping up Many say look there are some players here whether they play for you or not they are likable players Rich I like them me who so mo bobo
Paula Billy Pogba
yes omuko problem bi mu a ayana mempe but there's light at the end of the tunnel one day ebenyan to basia di nkomo ekoya Ansu Fati ended up this way but in the time of my ho kwan Rich but if you we've seen videos and pictures of Onene Papa Boy Fati omu making the journey from Spain to France. You see, enro no muko do ye ene. They expect say omo medicals. Deal no a loan deal with an obligation to buy for Tima, your friend of Monaco, for Abrantia, your friend Ansu Fati. Ebe call obenya baby call deal na steady. Finally, Ansu Fati is making his move. And there are video evidence of Ono and Papa Boria or Mu to Coin and they are France now abandoned iron medicals and now Rich. What it means is that Ansu Fati will be dropping the Barcelona jersey for the Monaco jersey. And the news are ever say the jersey he is dropping is the iconic Barcelona number 10 jersey, no. And Abrantia friend Lami Yama so Ojitumwa. He will wear that iconic jersey for Tima, your friend Barcelona. I think maybe 2-3 days ago. And Rebecca said, the quick front page, is giving us a hint to say, I went to friend the Pogba so any Monaco away for 2 years. Rich, and also so Echo Drew, the Nice airport, and these are videos of Pogba landing at Nice airport where also so is expected to make so many medicals and with Ansu Fati, not Wababa now Rich. Say omu medicals no mo pass here. This is going to be Monaco. In their 4-2-3-1 Rich, they are going to have Ansu Fati, Minamino, and Pogba behind either Mbongo or Balagun. Say Obiosho French League ni biano. Rich, this will be a nice prospect to watch. I mean, we're the third. Our French league and behind Marseille and Paris Saint-Germain. So they will be playing in the Champions League. And Medical Becheche will say, Pogba say the reason why he didn't move to MLS and after Saudi, and he said he wanted to play in Europe. Now we're to justify why you should be among Didier Deschamps and in the squad and Rich. I told them here, if you see what a Quabi a first one, a mount some second chance. Look, when we say Pogba. Rich, the greatness in more French league in that. Pogba moved from Le Havre Academy to Manchester. Manchester crowd academy in Ukraine. One more up to 10 matches for my first team. Asan Oko Juve. He needed to come back. Now, Rich, Okwa we here, it was expected as a Pogba Baka. It should be a French club. And the betting man is opportunity for what he has done for the French football. And see, and young say, Abenten is joining team. Your friend Monaco, Kamara in the end of the day. Mekai, Mete, Hani Saka Wakra. Not many football penny pan and netio. I tell you, same way, I check. I don't catch him, Ayala. The next big thing in Ghana football is a certain guy called Kamara Suleiman. And I'm saying, and I'm in teeny, no, so, or you're right to dream graduate. Oko Norgeland, rich. And it's Hani Sako, ANC more, you know. And ye video of Kamara Dean. Time now, no Norgeland. And I say, look, they just watch him. And I'm saying, wow. Wow, talent.
Kamara Dean.
Rich. I feel Rene Sadanten. I don't know what the problem is. But suddenly they be a cano. Say we are so biawa to get chances. And they Ivan Juric, our coaching was around and moved to Atlanta. And he says, look, me 2 years now Makosino. I need this guy there. At the end manager when he say, Anya Shukwan Rich, he will be moving to Atlanta with a coach Onimuno. No other man opportunities
to play.
And you are banting mom. And what he does with the opportunity, Ivan Juric, Eddie Bamanunti, Ghana for me, say, was a vampire. You may be Emma Bantia, a friend of Kamara Suleiman, because he's one guy. Even there's a prophecy, there's a prophet to be say, a World Cup, you may have the idea, a Gina Bantia, friend of Kamara. So if that prophecy will come to pass, Rich, he needs to play well at Atlanta. And a vampire Eddie Man, and we wish him all the best because entire and say, or Kotima, your friend Atlanta to join in the coaching or Rich. Time in the one team.
Emra Fee. Na Kamara Dean Suleiman and some of the Casa car. In you never say, Branton, Abia, ye can so because we hype. Look, oh, dear, now but check YouTube. Go and watch the guy.